Well, we're in for a treat this morning because Beaumont Police Chief Tim Ocnaschek is in studio. After recently taking on this new role, we wanted to get him to talk with us about emergency preparedness. Chief, thank you so much for joining us and waking up. Of course. Now, we know this is very familiar to you because before you became chief, you were the emergency management coordinator. Why is this a good time to start thinking about emergency preparedness?
Well, you know, we're right in the middle of the peak portion of the hurricane season, and so, you know, until we're totally out of it, hurricanes are a hot topic along the coast. But we've had a lot of other issues as well, and so we want to have preparedness year-round. We just use hurricanes as a focus point here on the coast, but you know, it's real important for people to stay engaged, watching the news, keeping up with the forecast, registering for emergency notifications, and then if you know somebody that needs help evacuating, make sure that we know about them, make sure they register through 211 with their name if they need evacuation assistance.
What are some misconceptions you feel like people have when it comes to preparing for emergencies?
Well, a lot of people think that they're self-sufficient or they are prepared, and then all of a sudden something happens, like an accident. Things do happen. They cut their arm and all of a sudden a service is not available that they normally depend on. And so the key is to be prepared, have a little go kit. We have plenty of information on our website that people can go to and get some ideas. Make sure it's ready at hand. They can have one in their car, they can have one in their house, that they can immediately be prepared, because it might just be a shelter in place, or hey, get out of the neighborhood for a minute because there's an active shooter, or there's a gas leak or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that people might not think about when it comes to being prepared for an emergency plan. You might simply think hurricanes, but there's so much more to it.
Yes.
What's a good family safety plan for some people to have?
Well, having a place to go if you have something that happens suddenly. If it's a hurricane, you might have warning, and just prepare a place, have maybe a bucket or a bag available that you can pick up at a moment's notice that has key things in it. If you go to our city website and the emergency management web page, there's some suggestions. You can go to FEMA.gov and many other sites. Most jurisdictions have a site that link, and there's a whole bunch of examples of what should be in a go kit, from a flashlight to make sure you have your medicines with you and things like that.
Sounds good. Definitely some good tips there, and we're going to check back in with you later on the show to learn some more. Again, thank you for joining us, and we'll have more later on in the show.